All right, fans, this is Adam Presswood, and I apologize for the late start. We've got about 2.5 minutes remaining before the start of this game between our Ellsbury Lady Indians and Winfield, the Lady Warriors. I have just been given lineups, and the game time is earlier than what I was at one time told, so that is why we're coming on a little bit late. At the risk of getting caught out in the middle of this, I will try to introduce players, starting with Winfield. They're going to send up number 1, Sage Wilder, a junior. Number 2, Josie Bauer, a freshman. Number 3, Tatum Bradshaw, a freshman. Number 4, Elena Wilson, a freshman. Number 5, Emma Burkemper, a sophomore. Number 10, Kelly Mintz, a senior. Number 11, Bree Burkemper, a junior. Number 22, Chloe Kyman, a freshman. Number 23, Elena Kyman, a senior. The head coach is listed as Tim Smith, and the assistant is Jessica Zilch. For Ellsbury, we will see in some form or fashion number 2, Kaylee Martin. Number 4, Tanisha Henderson. Number 10, Claire Henry. Number 12, Kylie Kinsler. Number 15, Josie Horn. Number 20, Sydney Pickard. Number 24, Tess Weekly. Number 25, Megan Hagemeyer. Number 32, Madison Kinsler. Number 41, Anna St. Pierre. And number 43, Tyra Henderson. The head coach for Ellsbury is Carrie Koch-Dowell. The assistant coaches are Trudy Bull and Brittany Koch-Dowell. Managers are listed as Douglas Horn, Mackenzie Pruitt, and Caitlin Tapley. I think I got that out just in time. All right, and we are going to have no announcement of starters. We're just going to get right to it. Nothing wrong with that, as Megan Hagemeyer is set to handle the tip-off for Ellsbury. Doesn't look like she's giving up any height, but we'll see. No, she's got it. And Ellsbury controls the tip-off in the backcourt. Tess Weekly brings it across the timeline. There's a shot by Hagemeyer, a rare shot that rims in and out, and Winfield has possession now. I do apologize. I am operating the camera as well as doing play-by-play for a few minutes here. Winfield now at the top of the key. For 3, and it is off the side of the rim, rebounded by Ellsbury. Here comes Weekly again. To the basket goes Madison Kinsler, can't do anything with it and kicks it out to Kaylee Martin. There's a shot put up, I think, by Claire Henry. And it's a miss. Winfield steps out of bounds. And Ellsbury's going to get another shot. Hagemeyer with the bounce pass into Weekly. Weekly gives it right back, and it's briefly knocked away, and knocked away for good that time. Winfield on the outside. And from the top of the key is number 22. The shot doesn't fall. Kinsler now with the pass over to Hagemeyer. Hagemeyer's shot rims out again, rebounded by Winfield. There's a baseline drive by the Lady Warriors. The shot's no good. They get the rebound. Do they get the putback from three-point range? No. Kinsler now on the outside. There's the pass to Hagemeyer at the high post. Hagemeyer gives it right back, and Kinsler's layup doesn't fall. Winfield wants the three. That's the shot they're most comfortable with. There it is. It's off. And rebounded by Hagemeyer, who keeps it in bounds. Kaylee Martin is fouled on her way to the basket. Kinsler inbounds to Hagemeyer. Hagemeyer's shot off the glass is no good. It's out of bounds, and it'll stay with red. Tess Weekly inbounds to Hagemeyer. Hagemeyer to Kinsler. Over on the left side. Kinsler back to Weekly. Weekly with a bounce pass into Hagemeyer, who gives it right back. Kinsler now dribbles her way into the paint, and the shot falls. The first one of the night for anybody, and it's 2-0 in Ellsbury's favor. Winfield's shot is no good. They get the rebound. The putback doesn't fall. Ellsbury in possession. Here comes Weekly across the timeline. She slows it down. Kinsler wanted the shot from the top of the key. Instead, she dribbles just inside. That floater that fell for her last time didn't find purchase. Winfield has it back. And the shot doesn't fall for Winfield. They do draw the foul. That one is on Sage Wilder. No, excuse me, that one is on Megan Hagemeyer. And it sends Winfield to the stripe. The first shot falls. As does the second. It's 2-2. Kinsler's shot doesn't fall, rebounded by Winfield. And Kinsler gets her hands on it to force the jump. There's a near steal by Ellsbury. It's knocked out of bounds, and Kinsler will inbound for the Lady Indians with 3:31 left to go in the first quarter. Tess Weekly to the basket, and that one is good. Her first points of the game. Kaylee Martin to the glass, can't get it to fall. She does draw the foul. Martin hits the first, making it 5-2 in Ellsbury's favor. And the second one bounces back out. It's rebounded by the Lady Warriors. There's the long pass, and those are dangerous. It didn't pay off that time, as Winfield turns the ball over, and Ellsbury has it back, leading by 3. Henderson gives it back to Weekly on the outside. Weekly to Claire Henry at the top of the key. Henry's pass to Martin is broken up, and here come the Lady Warriors again. There's a push that's going to go against. It's going to go against Ellsbury. I think that'll be on Madison Kinsler, and it is her first. There's a baseline drive by Winfield, and Josie Horn, gets her hands on it and forces the turnover. All right, I see my cameraman has arrived. Weekly now with possession for Ellsbury. There's a pass inside to Hagemeyer. Hagemeyer kicks it back out to Horn. Horn's shot is no good. And Megan Hagemeyer trying to save it. Carries the ball. Winfield now to the basket. The shot doesn't even hit the glass. It's out of bounds, though, last touched by Ellsbury, and the Lady Warriors will get another chance. All shot attempts for Winfield are off the mark, and Ellsbury has it back. Josie Horn now on the outside. Henderson to the glass. It doesn't fall, but she is going to get the foul. Henderson's first shot rattles in. It's 6-2 with under a minute remaining here in the first quarter. Henderson buries the second as well. It's a 5-point Ellsbury lead. Winfield inbounds in the backcourt against significant pressure from Ellsbury, and that's going to be another foul, I think, on Hagemeyer. That is her second. Coach Dow telling her that it was completely unnecessary as Claire Henry checks in for her. Winfield wanting the three. There it is. They've taken that shot all night and missed it, I think, every time, including that one. They
It looked
control
good.
they control the rebound, and Kaylee Martin sent, I can't see the number on that jersey.
I think it's number 2.
That's true.
Nope,
it's
number 1.
Josie Bauer sent her to the floor hard. And that's Kaylee's first foul. We've got a whistle along the baseline, and it's going to come back to Ellsbury. .22 seconds remaining as Kaylee Martin brings it across. She might take it all the way in. Nope. There's the pass to Josie Horn. It's nearly lost, but Horn hangs on. Now, she fooled me both times. I thought she was going to take it. And Sydney Pickard with the long two. They're going to wave off everything. So after one, it is 7-2 in Ellsbury's favor, and we'll be right back.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
All right, coming out of the break, Ellsbury sends Kaylee Martin, Sydney Pickard, Claire Henry, Josie Horn, and Tanisha Henderson.
I can't hear.
All right, Martin brings it down for Ellsbury, gets it into the hands of Horn over on the right side. Horn's pass to Henry is broken up by Winfield. It's out of bounds. All right, Ellsbury's got it back. Tess Weekly now from the top of the key. And she flips Webbing. It's 10-2. And being up like this isn't something that Ellsbury has experienced a lot this season. It's good to see the girls kind of loose and confident. And we've got a timeout taken by Winfield, I believe, and it's a full. We'll be back.
People's Bank and Trust knows that every minute of your day counts, so it's good to have a few time savers on your side. Take internet banking, for example. It allows you to bank from home rather than having to make an extra trip to the bank just to check your balance, transfer funds, or view recent transactions. You can even pay your bills online, eliminating a trip to the post office for stamps. Best of all, People's Bank and Trust offers all of this free of charge. Visit us online at www.pbtc.net and sign up today. Just another example of hometown banking the way it should be. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
7:18 remaining in the half. The score, if you're just joining us, 10-2 in Ellsbury's favor. Winfield with possession on the outside, which is where they've been stuck most of the night. There's some penetration into the paint, but they kick it right back out toward the top of the key. And I thought they were going to take the shot from outside. And instead it's stolen away by Pickard. And here come the Lady Indians. Weekly now takes it all the way in. The layup does not fall. We've got a whistle down underneath. And that one's on Henderson, her first, and it'll give the ball back to Winfield. All right, Winfield throws it away, and it'll come back to Ellsbury with 6.5 left. Kinsler with the pass to Weekly over on the right side. Weekly wanted to give it right back, but couldn't. Instead, she steps in, and there's the bounce pass to Henry, who shot off the glass, finally dribbles in, giving Ellsbury a 10-point lead. Nice ball movement by Winfield, but the trip to the basket gets thwarted. They kick it back out for three, no good. I believe all of Winfield's points have come from the stripe. And Kinsler down underneath, quickly triple team, kicks it out to Pickard. Pickard's shot is over the rim. And it's back to Winfield. Lady Warriors for three, that time they bury it. And it brings them to within 7.
If they hit more of those threes, this game would be a whole lot closer.
Pickard with a nice bounce pass into Henderson, who nearly loses it but hangs on. And they kick it back out to Weekly. Kinsler now on the outside. She steps in for what I thought was going to be the long two. Instead, she handed it off to Pickard. Pickard to Weekly. Weekly the bounce pass into Henderson, and Henderson called for steps. Number 12, Kylie Kinsler checks in for Sydney Pickard. They left him wide open. Winfield loves the three ball, and they nearly drained another one. It's off the side.
They're not afraid to shoot.
There's a bounce pass into Claire Henry, who has it taken right out of her hands. There's the steal. Turnabout's fair play. Weekly with the wise pass to Kylie Kinsler. Kinsler puts on the brakes and gets the shot to fall. 14-5 now with 4:17 remaining. And the ball fake was not to be, as Winfield is called for steps, and Ellsbury gets it back. Kinsler now is triple teamed. They had her scouted well. And they kick it back out to Henderson. Henderson to Weekly, and now Kinsler has it back. Madison is looking for Henderson, and it's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Winfield. top of the key. Oh, it looked good. That's a miss, rebounded by Kinsler. Anna St. Pierre has snuck into the game at some point when I wasn't looking. They do that now and then. Weekly with a nice pass to Hagemeyer, and Hagemeyer gets it to fall. She fought for that one. It'll be 16-5 before her trip to the stripe. Number 22, Chloe Kyman, checks in for Winfield. Hagemeyer buries the shot, and it's 17-5, a 12-point Ellsbury lead. A baseline drive by Winfield. They kick it out, and the long two is good. And our audio is messing with us tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, now I can actually hear you in the headset.
Okay, so something happened, right? As Weekly drives the baseline and lays it in off the glass. I hope our fans at home could hear us, or could hear me at least, before. There's a steal by Madison Kinsler. She goes coast to coast, and the layup is no good. She took a hard knock, too. All right, 19-7 as Kinsler heads to the stripe. And the first shot is good. Into the game now for Winfield, number 2, Josie Bauer. Number 23, Elena Kyman, takes a seat. Kinsler makes good on both. It's a 14-point Ellsbury lead with 2.5 remaining in the half. And they kick it back out. The three doesn't fall again. That's Winfield's only weapon, it looks like. Here comes Kinsler, and she gives it up to Martin. Martin kicks it back out to Hagemeyer. Hagemeyer for three. It's off the iron.
I think that's the first time I've seen her take a three.
She's taken a couple of long twos tonight. Her toes might have been out. Maybe they were threes. I don't know. But that one definitely would have been. And the pass broken up by Madison Kinsler. Everything seems to be working for Ellsbury tonight.
I'm not sure if that was supposed to be a pass or a shot.
Hagemeyer kicks it out to Martin. Martin for the three, no good. Rebounded by Kylie Kinsler. And Madison Kinsler called for steps. She is not often called for that. Winfield now on the outside. There's the long two, misses everything. They get the rebound and the putback and the foul. That's not what you want to do even when you are up by 14. The foul was on Madison Kinsler as Josie Horn checks in for her. Tanisha Henderson is in for Megan Hagemeyer. The foul shot misses. They get the rebound. The putback doesn't fall. Yeah, rebounded by Henderson. You gotta love the fight. There's the pass into Henderson. She's got nowhere to go and hands it back to Martin. It's out of bounds and it'll go back to Ellsbury. Kylie Kinsler way out there in no man's land, had it knocked away briefly. Martin now with the pass to Henderson. Henderson takes it all the way in and lays it in off the glass. It's 23-9. Ellsbury has their 14-point lead back with about 32 seconds remaining, 33. Winfield called for steps. Henderson at the high post. The pass intended for Josie Horn goes through her legs. And with 13 seconds remaining, Winfield gets it back. Winfield throws it away, and Ellsbury's going to get it back with 2.7 left on the clock. Kind of an awkward ending to the first half, and a lopsided score, 23-9. All Ellsbury. Kaylee Martin had the right idea, but not the height or the distance, I don't think. And at the buzzer, it is 23-9 in favor of Ellsbury. We'll be back.
Fans, when you attend a high school game, do you stand at attention during the national anthem? Do you cheer a good play by the opposing team? If your team loses, do you take it well in stride? If you have answered yes to any of those questions, you are showing positive examples of sportsmanship. Don't forget that when you attend high school events, young eyes are watching you for examples of acceptable behavior. By making a conscientious effort, you'll be helping our students grow into better citizens. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
At Ellsbury Pharmacy and Medicine Shop in Troy, we know what a pharmacy is meant to be. We take the time to know you and your healthcare needs. Most prescriptions are filled in 15 minutes or less, and we offer free local delivery and a friendly and knowledgeable staff to answer your questions. Better service, better value, better healthcare. Locally owned and operated and proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Ellsbury and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com.
You're listening to the Indian Sports Network, courtesy of the Ellsbury Democrat. Log on to www.ellsburydemocrat.com today.
Are you familiar with or have you experienced water damage in your business or home? Even if the damage is small, repairs can be very costly, not to mention the unpleasant sight and smell of the damaged area. It's okay, Heartland Restoration is here to help. Give us a chance on your next project. Call 314-993-6377 today.
Ever wonder where your hard-earned money goes when you deposit it? It stays here, at home, to help make living here what we've all come to expect. We've got everything the megabanks do, but we've made a commitment to our community. So when you're looking for the right bank, see People's Bank and Trust, Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Ellsbury, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Missouri's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker at our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about. We all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Ellsbury, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri. The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
All right, we're back. The score for those of you just joining us, 23-9 in favor of Ellsbury, and the Lady Indians start out with possession as Martin inbounds to Kinsler at the timeline. There's the pass to Weekly, who guns it from downtown, and it's off the side of the rim, but Ellsbury controls the rebound. Weekly again, off the same side. This time Winfield has it back. There's the bounce pass, and Winfield loses it at the baseline. Here comes Madison Kinsler. And there's the pass to Martin over on the left side. Martin gives it right back. Ellsbury has started this half with Weekly, Martin, Kinsler, Henry, and Hagemeyer. Martin for the long two. It's off the rim. And Winfield somehow ended up with that. There's a steal by Weekly, and she's going to take it all the way down off the glass, and it rattles in. I thought for a second it wasn't going to. It's 25-9. Winfield, oh, for three, and they drained it. It's 25-12. I have to admit, they showed some poise in not giving up on that one.
They're not afraid to shoot him, that's for sure. Oh.
Yeah, dangerous cross-court pass, but Ellsbury hung on. Hagemeyer inside to Claire Henry. It's broken up. Out of bounds, last touched by Ellsbury. There's another pass. Oh, Winfield hung on all the way to the glass they go. The shot misses. Weekly has the rebound and throws it right into the hands of the Warriors.
Interesting start.
The long two didn't fall for Winfield. They got that back. I can't believe the second chances they're getting. That shot didn't fall, but they did draw the foul. Was that on Kinsler, her third?
Looks like it, yeah.
Testing my eyes over there. The free throw doesn't fall. Josie Horn comes in now for Madison Kinsler. Both shots miss. Hagemeyer briefly had the rebound. It's out of bounds. Last touched by the Lady Warriors. Hagemeyer fought it all the way in. Nice job. It's off the glass for two, 27-12. Winfield might get it out of the backcourt in time. Barely. Before facing the triple team. The baseline drive is broken up by a combination of Hagemeyer and Claire Henry. And Tess Weekly slows it way down. Horn now to Martin. Martin with a nice pass inside to Henry, who overshot the basket. But Megan Hagemeyer is going to get the foul, it looks like. I think they said white 11. Yes, that is Bree Burkemper, her second, and it sends Hagemeyer to the line. She sinks the first. And Tanisha Henderson is in now for Josie Horn. Hagemeyer misses the second. It's 28-12 with 4.5 remaining here in the third. And the Lady Warriors almost fudged the inbounds pass. They might have anyway. They have precious little time to get it across. They managed to. And the long two does not fall. They somehow got the rebound. Do they have the putback? No, it's loose. And Ellsbury has it back. There's a steal by Winfield, and the Lady Warriors nearly turned it right back over. For three is Winfield, and it is no good. They've got the rebound. They don't have the putback, and Ellsbury comes away with it. Weekly, oh, I thought she was going to take it. Instead, there's the pass into Martin, whose shot misses everything, and Winfield has it back. Winfield's first shot is no good. They get the rebound, not the putback, but there's a whistle. And the foul is on number 15, Josie Horn. The charity shot is short. And it looks like Kylie Kinsler is going to come back into the game for Ellsbury. She'll replace Kaylee Martin. And the second shot's off the back. Winfield hung on and got that one back. Or did they?
They did.
Claire Henry is coming back in. She'll replace Megan Hagemeyer. We've got a full timeout taken by Winfield. We'll be back.
You're listening to the Indian Sports Network, courtesy of the Ellsbury Democrat. Log on to www.ellsburydemocrat.com today.
People's Bank and Trust invites everyone to come to the game, the high school sports games that are going on right now. All area teams have put a great amount of effort and time in to perfect their skills, and they are ready to play. Support the community schools and students by cheering them on to a great season of games. People's Bank and Trust proudly supports the area teams and looks forward to seeing you at each and every game.
.311 remaining now in the third. The score 28-12 in for Ellsbury. Tanisha Henderson, Claire Henry, Josie Horn, Kylie Kinsler, and Tess Weekly. Winfield for three, no good. Rebounded by Weekly.
They're not missing their three-pointers by much. Gotta give them that.
Fortunately for Ellsbury, a miss is a miss.
Yep.
Henderson now from the high post. It rims out, and it's rebounded by the Lady Warriors. For three again. That one falls just shy, and Weekly has it back for Into Claire Henry, who draws the foul. That's on number 10, Kelly Mintz. And it sends Henry to the line, where her first shot misses off the front of the rim. And the second one is off the back. And, oh, Ellsbury has it back. Henderson had it. I thought she was fouled over the back, but they're saying it's a jump, and it'll go back to Winfield. Winfield on the outside. There's a baseline drive. They run right into the triple team and kick it back out. For three, no good. Winfield has the rebound. The long two now misses everything, and Henderson tried to save it, but it'll go back to Winfield. Winfield for three again. Oh,
there they go.
Nothing but net on that one, and it's 28-15. If they had hit every last one of those, this would be a much different basketball game. Martin with the hard pass into Claire Henry. The shot's off the backboard. Ellsbury saves it. Martin now with another pass into Henry. With nowhere to go, she gives it back. Now Josie Horn at the top of the key. Swings over to her right. She gets it back. Into Henderson now. Henderson along the baseline kicks it back out to Kylie Kinsler, whose shot doesn't fall. It's rebounded by Horn. Ellsbury called for steps. I might have to pay another visit to Clarkson. More and more I find myself squinting to see what happens at the other end of the court and if the scoreboard is on the other end. That never used to happen, but it's been happening this season. Winfield inbounds in the backcourt. This time they don't struggle to get it across. Good ball movement. And they work it down underneath to the baseline.
Might have got away with the travel.
The shot off the glass was no good. Ellsbury's going to get it back. These refs are letting them play. There's a lot of things they could be calling and stopping the game, and they're not, and I like to see that. Claire Henry buries it from nearly the top of the key. She was just inside, so it's 30-15. And the pass is broken up. Winfield turns it over thanks to Henderson. And here comes Kaylee Martin. The pass to Kylie Kinsler, and she's fouled on her way up. Kinsler's first shot is off the front. And the next one bounces around before rolling just the wrong way, and at the buzzer, We've only got 8 minutes left, and it's 30-15, still in Ellsbury's favor. We'll return.
Whether it's balls and strikes, fouls, or flags, your referees and game officials are a vital part of high school athletics. If you've ever tried your hand at officiating, you know how hard these men and women work, and you certainly know that they would never miss a call intentionally. Keep these things in mind as you attend sporting events. After all, respecting officials and authority figures is one of the most valuable lessons that we could teach our students. This message has been brought to you by your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association.
All right, starting things off for Ellsbury here in the fourth, Sydney Pickard, Tess Weekly, Megan Hagemeyer, Anna St. Pierre, and Kylie Kinsler. Hagemeyer now finds Kinsler. Kinsler. Somehow the ball ended up in the hands of Tess Weekly. That was some good ball movement. That was faster than my eyes. The shot didn't fall, but the pass work was no less impressive as Winfield throws it out of bounds. Into Hagemeyer, off the feed from Kylie Kinsler. The shot doesn't fall. And the Lady Warriors have it back, trailing by 15. There's the three-pointer they were looking for, this time from the top of the key. It misses it all. You see Coach Dowell telling Ellsbury they need to talk to one another. There's the pass to Kylie Kinsler. Kinsler into St. Pierre. St. Pierre kicks it back out. Sydney Pickard now for the long two. It's off the rim. Rebounded by Winfield. For three. Winfield misses, and it's rebounded by Hagemeyer for Ellsbury. Sydney Pickard called for steps on the baseline. I think she knew it. Winfield on the outside, still looking for the three. It's their main weapon. They found it. It's off, but not by much. Weekly has the rebound for Ellsbury. Pickard steps in for the long two. It's in and out, rebounded by the Lady Warriors. And we've got a timeout taken by Winfield, and I think it's a full. We'll be back.
At Ellsbury Pharmacy and Medicine Shop in Troy, we know what a pharmacy is meant to be. We take the time to know you and your healthcare needs. Most prescriptions are filled in 15 minutes or less, and we offer free local delivery and a friendly and knowledgeable staff to answer your questions. Better service, better value, better healthcare. Locally owned and operated, and proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Ellsbury and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com.
Coming out of the timeout, Ellsbury sends out St. Pierre, Weekly, Hagemeyer, Pickard, and Martin. Winfield still desperate for the three. There it is. Off the glass, and it doesn't fall. It's rebounded by Ellsbury. One of the few times you see two members of the same team fighting for the same rebound, but it does happen. Martin finds Weekly on the inside. Weekly turns around and can't get it to fall. Hagemeyer has it back. There's the bounce pass out to Pickard. And now the ball's back outside. I've seen Kaylee Martin take some shots from miles away and sink them, but I don't think that's what they want. They need to let some time tick by. Weekly now drives all the way in. That one she gets to fall. It's 32-15 with 4.5 remaining in the game. Kaylee Martin did a great job trying to deny that pass, but I think that's going to be her second or possibly third foul. Her second. Winfield takes the three. This one misses as well. Hagemeyer at the high post, spins out of the trap, finds St. Pierre, who draws the foul. That foul is on number 11, Bree Burkemper, and it sends St. Pierre to the line where she makes the first. That gives Ellsbury an 18-point lead. The second shot bounces back out, and Winfield has it. Winfield, oh, they wanted the three again. There's the pass inside. They kick it back out. The three ball is off the back, rebounded by Madison Kinsler. And Tess Weekly is fouled on her drive to the basket. That one is on Sage Wilder, her third. Madison Kinsler with nowhere to go. Hagemeyer got over there to help her, but a little too late. Weekly now off the glass. And that one's good off the feed from Hagemeyer. It's now a 20-point lead for Ellsbury. Winfield for three, no good. Rebounded by Megan Hagemeyer.
Oh.
And Kaylee Martin is sent across the ring, but she bounced right back up. I've got to give her credit. Some of those falls that she takes, they'd have to peel me off the floor. The foul is on number 11, Bree Burkemper, her fourth. Wholesale changes now for Ellsbury as Sydney Pickard, Bristol Jones, Tyra Henderson, Tanisha Henderson, and Josie Horn come in. Horn lost it out of bounds, but it was last touched by Winfield, so Ellsbury gets another shot. Henderson tried to put the shot up in desperation. It was last touched by Winfield, and the Lady Indians will keep it. Tyra Henderson off the glass. It's no good. Rebounded by Winfield. And there is the travel on the Lady Warriors. I wondered why it took so long to call. Henderson with the baseline drive. That's Tanisha Henderson. The shot doesn't fall. She draws the foul. That is on number 2, Josie Bauer, her first. The shot by Henderson is off the front. But she sinks the next one. It's 36-15. There's a miss by Winfield. They're in control of the rebound, but they're fouled on the putback. The foul will go against Tyra Henderson. And it sends number 4, Elena Wilson, to the line for Winfield. The first shot is off the front. As number 10 and number, well, are number 10 and number 22 checking in, or were they in all the time and they were just playing a little further back? I can't tell.
I think they were in most of the time.
Wilson's second shot is under the rim. .201 remaining, 36-15. All Ellsbury. And Henderson called for the travel, which she doesn't think she did, but she did. I thought they might have missed it or they might let it go, but
well,
nothing doing.
You never think you did what you got called for.
No. Winfield for 3, and it rattles out. Nice give and go. The shot by Pickard doesn't fall, but A for effort. Winfield got away with steps there. The shot doesn't fall. Henderson has the rebound. Pickard with a nice pass to Bristol Jones down underneath, who puts the shot up. Winfield works the ball in. The shot doesn't fall. Pickard has the rebound. Tyra Henderson went nearly all the way to the glass. The bounce pass, I'm not sure who that was intended for, but it ended up with Winfield. Winfield for 3. No good. It stays 38-15 with under 25 seconds remaining in this game. Henderson to Henderson, and the shot doesn't fall. Jones briefly had the rebound, but Winfield gets it back. There's the buzzer. So our final, once again, 38-15. This one a win for our Ellsbury Lady Indians. We'll be back in a few minutes with the announcement of our People's Bank and Trust Player of the Game and hopefully an interview.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker at our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about. We all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Ellsbury, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
People's Bank and Trust invites everyone to come to the game, the high school sports games that are going on right now. All area teams have put a great amount of effort and time in to perfect their skills, and they are ready to play. Support the community schools and students by cheering them on to a great season of games. People's Bank and Trust proudly supports the area teams and looks forward to seeing you at each and every game.
All right, fans, welcome back. We are here with our People's Bank and Trust Player of the Game, Tess Weekly. And usually when I try to do this at Winfield, they turn the lights out on us pretty early. I'll try to zip through my questions. I only have a few. The first question that I have for you, first and foremost, is that you played with so much more, just from the standpoint of the viewer here, so much more confidence. I don't want to say aggression, but definitely confidence, and maybe poise is the other word I'm looking for. And it made me wonder if it's really taken this long for you to feel confident on your feet again. You took a hard fall here at Winfield during the Boom Classic, and we didn't see you for a while. And then when you came back, you were a little tentative. Looked like you were still hurting a little bit. Tell me a little bit about that and how that's gone.
So obviously it's taken me a little bit to get back to where I was before I got injured, and then it was sore after the first couple of games, so I wasn't going as hard just because I didn't want to feel that soreness after the game because I was getting worried about it. And you know, it's just kind of taken me a couple of games to really feel confident about getting hit in my leg again and knowing that it's not going to hurt anymore.
Were you completely pain-free here tonight?
I was, and I even got hit in my thigh, and that's what even made me think, like, well, now it's fine. It's back to normal.
You know, I have an uncle who, when he buys new vehicles, the first thing that he does is drive them out onto the farm and into the woods and scratch them on purpose, just a little bit on the doors, so that he stops being worried about fender benders and getting dinged with doors in parking lots. It sounds like you had a similar experience here tonight. Tell me a little bit about what had to change, because for a long time, with you gone, Madison Kinsler was kind of the default team leader here. And there was a little bit of a different dynamic when she was in, and then when you came back, it looked like there was a little bit of a uncertainty as to where the Ellsbury's game was going to go now that both of you were back in. What has changed for the better with regard to that balance? Because everything was firing for you guys tonight. Everything worked. What went right tonight that hasn't necessarily for the last couple of games?
Well, of course, Maddie and Kaylee, they had to step up with me being out, and they really took over, and Maddie wasn't used to bringing the ball up the floor, and she really took control of that. And I think we had to adjust with me coming back and figuring out that now that Maddie and Kaylee, they could bring the ball up the floor, that we wanted to get out and go, and we kind of found that. So now we know that we have 3 ball handlers that can bring it up instead of where they usually look to me to bring it up the floor. Now they're pushing, and we can just keep going and going, which is where we, that's really where we started to click, is we got that transition, passing it up the floor without having to just instantly, stop and look back because I needed to bring it up.
Okay. How well scouted did you have this Winfield team here tonight? Because you took the lead early and you never stopped. You didn't wait to see what they brought. I know you've faced them once before this season, correct? Or am I wrong in that?
No, I think our boys played
Boys
them,
did,
but
and
we
this
did
is
not.
the first time for you. What did you bother to find out about them beforehand? Because like I said, it didn't look like you sat back to see what they would bring. You were aggressive right from the start.
Well, we knew that they had lost some people from last year, and then they were still trying to figure everything out, so we looked to just push, and we knew they had a couple of shooters, and we knew we'd have to get in their face and just play hard because they're aggressive. But other than that, we just came in and looked to do what we wanted instead of just kind of sitting back and waiting to see what they were doing.
I love it. Can we look forward to that more often as the season kind of winds down?
Yes, hopefully, if we can keep on track.
Excellent. Well, it worked tonight. An impressive victory for our Ellsbury Lady Indians, and congratulations, Tess Weekly. You are our People's Bank and Trust Player of the Game.
Thank you.
Good job tonight. All right, ladies and gentlemen, with that, we are going to go ahead and sign off. This has been Adam Presswood. Chris and I have been coming to you live from the Winfield High School Gymnasium. And the final, once again, 38-15 in favor of our Ellsbury Lady Indians. We will see you once again Friday evening when our Indians have a doubleheader, I believe, at Louisiana. Game times are listed as 6 and 7. Those are tentative start times because anything can and does happen. So until then, have a good night and thanks for watching.